is a book you want to read and has not been written, then you can write that book. This is Rachel Ogusowo of Royal Ray International. This is another episode of the Authors Confab live on Diamond FM 101.1. Royal Ray International is a writing, authoring, publishing, and author branding firm. And on this Authors Confab radio show, we bring on authors as guests and we allow them share the stories behind their journey. And don't forget, aside this Authors Confab, Royal Ray International professionals and non-professionals turn their ideas, stories, experiences, and sermons into great books. So we also love to celebrate authors. We love to feature them on this show. We don't only publish their books. So today, like before, we have another guest in the studio and he's joining us from Ogun State this time around. I'm the only one in the studio. Our guest is joining us virtually. And please stay tuned and hear the story behind this journey. So our dear guest, kindly introduce yourself to the listeners at home.
My name is Alaba Adeneye. I'm a teacher by profession. I am the privileged author of Before You Get Married. I am a graduate of agricultural science education, so I teach agricultural science in secondary school.
When did you start this journey of being an author?
I started in 2019. Although I have been a good reader and writer all this while. I write articles, I post on my Facebook wall and all of that. But I stumbled on the writing academy of one of the coaches on Facebook. So I don't want to mention the name, so so that we not as if we are advertising the person. So I stumbled on her on Facebook. Then I joined the academy, and as a result of that, I started writing. I polished my writing in 2019, and since then I have been writing. So I can say the journey started fully in 2019, but I have always been writing before then.
Okay, so suffice to say that you've been a writer and a very good reader, because I won't pretend I didn't hear the part. You've been a writer and reader before you finally started compiling your write-ups into a book, right? That's 4 years ago. So how has the journey been in the past 4 years?
Well, the journey could be said to be a roller coaster. You know, when you first start writing, when you first start writing, the thing is that in this part of the world, people don't appreciate writing. People don't appreciate books. So when I first started writing on Facebook, then on social media per se, people are usually judged by their likes, comments, and reaction to be precise. So when I first started, so writing, we get 2 likes, 3 likes, but that did not discourage me. But I just kept on writing, just like the quote that we started from, that if there is a book you want to read and you did not find it, just write the book. So I kept writing, and one thing about writing is that the first thing is that you need to get your audience. So I then discovered that everybody cannot be my audience. So if I'm writing, putting out something,
Definitely.
and people that are listening to it or that are reading it are not my audience, it will not appeal to them. So then I decided to go into what is called personal branding. Then brand myself into a certain niche so that I know my audience, then my audience knows me. So that helps a lot.
Wow, you know your audience and your audience know you. Listeners at home, if you're having any setback in selling or marketing yourself, the first thing to take note of and to work on seriously, personal branding. I mean, you should have your audience and they should really look up to your write-up, so that when you're going to publish your book, they will also look forward to your book. So thank you, sir, Mr. Adeneye. Let's go to the next question. So if you have to relive your life, will you want to go through that part of being an author?
I don't get the question, I don't get the question.
Okay, now for some people, they just stumbled on writing and on authoring, and they'll be like, never again, I won't even try authoring again. Like, maybe they just feel, it doesn't work. But for you, despite the challenges and the slow growth or whatever, do you think you are satisfied and fulfilled being an author?
Well, I would say I am satisfied. I am fulfilled. And the reason why I say I'm satisfied
Okay,
and
so you
fulfilled
you
is
will
that
you will publish more books, right? You still publish more
I
books.
I can tell you I'm working on a book presently. I'm working
Oh,
on the book presently,
amazing.
and by the grace of God,
That's
the
the
book is going to
spirit.
be launched next year. The book is going to be
Okay,
launched
that's the
next
spirit.
year. So
Wow.
I'm working on another book presently. You know, when I published the one I wrote the one I published last year, I wrote two books.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
published one. I still have one draft that I've not published. Then I am
Okay.
working on another book presently,
On the
which
third
I'm going to
one.
publish. Yeah, on the third one. Yes, on the third one, which I'm going to publish next year. So one thing is
Amazing.
that what there is this thing. Okay, I read it in one of the books that says that authors don't die, and if at all authors want to die, the authors live twice and they die once. Authors live twice and they die once. And if that author
Yeah,
is a
they
child
live
of God,
when they write their when they author their books, and even generations after. Yes, I
yes,
concur to that.
then I had to it that if that author is a child of God, the author will live thrice, three times. The author will live the first world, then the book will live after him, then he will live in the world to come.
Eternity. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah,
So let's go to the
yeah.
next question. The next question. So, if you are given an opportunity to work with another author, are you open to co-authoring? What's your view about that?
Well, it depends on the niche. If it goes in line with my niche or in with my interests, I'm very interested. I'm
Okay.
very open. I'm very open to it. I'm open to it.
Yeah, because I know co-authoring is a good one, like so, just like symbiotic relationship. Two or
Relationship,
more
yeah.
authors can pull together their resources, time, audience, and then financial whatever, and then they bring out a
Yes,
trailblazing book. It's
yes.
the way to
We
go. All right, so
we polish each other.
yes. So I was supposed to ask who your audience are. So please tell us your concerning your books. I mean the ones you've published and the ones coming up. Who are your
Okay,
target audience?
okay. Just like I said, the first thing every author needs to know is that who is your audience? Because everybody cannot be your audience. Who are the people that are going to be reading that book? So the first one is that my audience are people in either in relationship, the singles, and the married. So those are my audience. For example, the book I launched last year,
Okay,
Before You Get
so because
Married,
you're writing a relationship book, your audience are those who need relationship, either they are single or married. So that's okay.
or married,
Now
yeah.
I want to ask: have you experienced anything like plagiarism? Has there been any manuscript theft, maybe during printing, selling ebook or whatever? Because many authors, I think the welcome party used to be that thing that, oh, somebody has selling my book, blah 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 blah. So have you any time experienced that?
I would say no. You know, I am a fresh author, so I've not experienced that at all. And the publishing, I did the
Okay,
publishing, the printing, and all of that. I did it myself. I have a brother that helped me to
okay,
do it. So the Royal did the publishing, that I did the printing.
okay. So do you propagate other people's work, especially Nigerian authors? This is policeman investigating. How often do you propagate other people's work? Because on this show, we try as much as possible to encourage this symbiotic and synergistic mindset. So I always want the guests to talk about it and also encourage others that okay, we are Nigerian authors, we should buy one another's book, we should share one another's you can imagine when somebody is launching a book and other authors you just do I maybe face front or whatever. So people should share
On my end.
other people's win, other people's book launch and all that. So do you buy and propagate other Nigerian authors' work?
Well, it's good to do that, but presently, majority of the books I have on my shelf, be it e-shelf and the physical shelf, they are majorly the foreign authors. But you know, the problem we have in Nigeria is that we don't most of the time we don't have ready-made libraries where we can get the books. Then even the bookstores or bookshops are not readily available. I remember when I launched my book last year, and on the advert, when I put up advert, some people were coming in all the way from Asaba, all the way from Port Harcourt, that they need the book, but how do we get it across to them? So we now say, okay, can I way bill it? By the time we look at the cost, they were saying, the cost is too much. The cost is too much. But if you have that opportunity to collaborate or propagate other people's, it's a good idea. It's a symbiotic sort of relationship.
Yeah.
You rub my back, I rub your palm. So then, apart from that, we learn from each other. We learn from each other. So it's a very good idea.
Yeah, I do, and I also want to even improve on that. I buy other Nigerian authors' book, and I think it's way to go. So, you were talking about personal branding. Is there a brand name? Your real name? Do you publish your brand name, your pen name?
My brand name is my real name. I did not change. It. So my brand name is Alaba Adeneye. Okay. So all my social media handles. Okay. Yes, all my social media handles, everything is Alaba Adeneye.
Okay. So in this authoring industry, do you have a model? Do you have somebody who is your mentor? Do you have someone who you look up to, like, this person inspires me and I want to be so. I want to have written. Everybody have their goals and everything they are working towards. So do you have a model or a mentor already?
I do not have a model. I do not have a mentor. Sincerely speaking, no model, no mentor. I just do it. I just do it as it comes. Although I have plans and goals to achieve, but so I just work towards the plans and the goals. But presently, there are no mentors. There are no models.
Okay, so there's no author you look forward to, you look up to, like who inspires you and maybe encourage you somewhat. If this person can do it, I can do it too.
Well, the authors, I can pick two authors that are within my niche that I look forward to. I do not only read their books, I also listen to their messages, and that is Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo and Pastor Mrs. Funke Adejumo. Funke Felix Adejumo. So the two of them, I do not only read their books. In fact, I have so many of Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo's books. So I do not only read their books, I also listen to their messages. So that goes a long way. So although I do not pick them per se as their mentor, but at least I look forward to them. I listen to what they say. I read what they write, and as a result of that, I also take part of those things as my own to help to assist me in my own journey.
Yes. Even if they are not our models directly, but for the fact that they are authors, there are one or two things that we can look up to and glean from. The first time I knew Pastor Funke Felix had written above 100 books, I was like, what? Okay, now let me start to work. I've been written 25 books already myself. I can imagine, and like I can put myself in that shoe that what for us to write, is it the titling, is it the work writing or printing or whatever? Then no, she's amazing. Okay, thanks for sharing your story. So what's the big picture? What's the big picture for you as an author? What's the big picture?
The big picture for me is solving people's problems.
Through your book, right?
Solving people's problems. That's one of the problems that many authors, like when I first started the journey, I want to write on everything. But it's until I niche myself down to one area that, okay, what problem am I solving? So when you know that you are solving a particular problem, so you want to by the time your write-offs, your books will be providing solution to people's problems. So that's the big picture. The big picture is that my book will solve problem, and that gives me the utmost satisfaction.
Okay, thanks for sharing the journey behind your authoring. the stories behind the authoring journey. So let's go to the second segment of the author's confab show. So, oh my people, see, package received from Pharma Air. The special just dropped it. So let us unbox together. Gang, 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 gang. Oh, ooh, ooh. Wow. All the way from Lagos. Check this out. Wow, wow, wow.
Good news, my people. Are you looking for a place to get quality yet affordable wigs, or you want to start your hair business and you don't know how to start or where to start from? Look no more. Pama Beauty Hair, in collaboration with Pama Hair Academy, is the best place to get all wigs type in wholesale and retail. Also, wig revamping, wig styling, sales of all hair tools and accessories, drop shipping of all quality wigs, and so on and so forth. We offer hair business training on starting a successful hair business, even with the saturated market, and training courses on wig revamp for all hair types, training classes on wig making, styling, and coloring. That is not hollow. Every first timer gets 10% off the order via our website. Also, free weekend delivery within Nigeria. For every student of the Hair Training Academy and wig revamping, get carefully sourced contact list of tested and trusted places where you can get your raw materials. So what are you waiting for? Mama Beauty Hair is located at number 25 Shotayo Uju Street, Surulere, by Kilo Bus Stop, Lagos. Website www.pamahair.com. You can also reach us by calling 07068513499. Our Instagram handle at Pama Beauty Hair. All courses start from 5,000 naira. To register for any of the courses, send a DM on our Instagram page at Pama Beauty Hair. Pama Beauty Hair. It's more than the looks, it's the feeling.
Are you ready? This one is the drilling section. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
So, the person that comes to your mind, it might not really be your real. It might not mirror you actually, but just anything you want to pick out of the two options can be right. Do you understand? There's no right or wrong.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to clarify.
Okay.
Self-publishing and traditional publishing.
Self-publishing.
Okay. Fiction, non-fiction.
Non-fiction.
Okay. So ebook or paperback?
Paperback.
Why did you say tell me why you said
I said because the two are good, but when it's this or that, I have to pick one. So paperback.
Okay. Any reason why you said paperback?
Well, the
is it because
paperback,
of you or because of your audience?
It goes. Okay, paperback is because of me. Realistically, it's because of me. Because ebook can be transferred easily. Okay. You understand? You can transfer ebook easily, but paperback, although the disadvantage of paperback is that you have to get it. It's costly. It's costly to produce. Then even transporting is also costly. But ebook is very easy. Yeah, ebook is very easy.
The next one, handy book or bulky book? Which of them?
Handy book.
All right. Reading or movie?
It's reading. I don't do movies.
Yeah. So okay. Anyway, you have your niche for writing, but most people get inspiration from movies. So it won't be too bad. Like even that's why I said each of the options can be right. There is no right or wrong. So ghostwriter or sole writer?
Real writer.
Okay, so considering the big picture of every author, some author will prefer to sell 1 million copies of their book or mixing with a public figure, a very great personality. So I'm saying, which of the two will you pick? Will you prefer?
1 million copies of my book.
1 million copies. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Mr. Alaba. Adeneye here from Ogun State. We've come to the end of the second segment of the Authors Confab show. So, permit me to go to the third segment of the Authors Confab show. This segment is tagged learn a new word. And like I often say, a new word to me might not be a new word to you. A new word to you
Yes.
might not be a new word to me, but every author loves to put piles of new words and jim words in their writing and their books. So today we'll be considering the word fantus, Fantous, fantus. Okay, so this is, you can use it to describe or represent something that is devoid of intelligence. So, that sometimes you want to portray your characters and either fiction, in your fiction or non-fiction book. So you can always use the word fantus. It is used to describe something or a person devoid of intelligence. So that is the end of the third segment. Our guest, do you have the final word to the listeners and to other authors?
If you use the face wash, you're going to cleanse your face. If you use the toner, you're going to exfoliate. If you use the hyaluronic serum, you're going to hydrate. If you use the vitamin C serum, you're going to brighten your skin. Now, if you use the face wash, the toner, the hyaluronic serum, and the vitamin C serum, you'll cleanse your face, exfoliate, hydrate, and brighten your skin.
Well, my final word to the listeners and other authors is that writing could be tedious and writing could be time consuming. And whenever there is writer's block, do not run away. Do not go away because there is always a big picture. There's always a big picture, and make sure you stay with your niche and solve the problem. Let your book
Okay, so
solve the
before you go, sir, please kindly tell us the title, your book title, and then how listeners can get to link up with you on your social media or how they can get your books. Please tell that to the audience.
Well, the title of my published book is Before You Get Married, Understanding the Roles of Maturity in a Successful Marriage. So the book is on paperback and it's also on ebook too. So you can get it on, it's in Ijebode, in Ogun State. So you can get me on my phone number 08024713897. All my social media handle is Alaba Adeneye. Alaba Adeneye. All social media handle. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Oh, all right. Thanks for joining us this evening, Mr. Alaba Adeneye. We appreciate you for your time. So, dear listeners, we've come to the end of the Authors Confab show this evening. Read, write. Keep writing. Bye-bye.